Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the CFF Racing Show, powered by Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm Dwayne Hill, a little bit late. I've realized now, my friend Priscilla told me that it didn't work on Facebook. So Priscilla Taylor, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The loving self that you are, you were correct. I didn't do everything. I'm Dwayne Hill, a little bit late. Some people saw it on YouTube. They didn't see it on the Facebook page. Priscilla told me that it didn't work on if you find Facebook there. So Priscilla Taylor is onto our Racing Show page. I realized that it's a little bit late. You have to apparently go live. They didn't live Facebook. They didn't go live. So I apologize for all that. We've got it all figured out now. So Priscilla, thank you. Taylor is way too long to our Racing Show page. Beautiful, smart, and all that good stuff with it. Thankfully, they were telling me that today. I was able to catch on to it. If I give a shout out to Jason Gurr, wearing him on my hat tonight. He got a big win in his mini sprint. He was doing customized with Daily Jacksonville there. He's got a hyper, however, now, but nonetheless got a couple wins this year. So shout out to Jason Gurr wearing his hat tonight. We are here at Jacksonville Speedway. Wearing him on my hat. Barlow Memorial win in his mini pit area a little late because I helped with Daily Jacksonville. I apologize for that. Hopefully the audio is okay. We've got a little bit of stuff together for tonight's show. Wearing his hat. Have some good interviews. Have Jerrod Hull, Danny Smith, Jacob Patton, Baiey Logue, all on the show tonight. We're going to start things off right after a couple of sponsorships with our interview with Jerrod Hull. You'll know some good interview that was still hot lapping with sprint cars when I was out there. So they were already doing that. Jerrod had already hot lapped when I got to talk to him. So right after a couple of sponsorships, there's a little break in the middle where you probably can't hear some sprint cars. Stick around. Good interview with Jerrod Hull. See what he's been up to the last almost 6 years. He's been in a sprint car. We'll be right back on the CFF Racing Show, powered by Buffalo Wild Wings. Jerrod I got to talk to him. So right after a couple of sponsorships, there's a little break in the middle where you probably can't hear some sprint cars. Stick around. Good interview with Jerrod Hull. See what he's been up to the last almost 6 years. He's been in a sprint car. We'll be right back on the CFF Racing Show, powered by Buffalo Wild Wings. Jerrod I got to talk to him. So right after a couple of sponsorships, there's a little break in the middle where you probably can't hear some sprint cars. Stick around. Good interview with Jerrod Hull. See what he's been up to the last almost 6 years. He's been in a sprint car. We'll be right back on the CFF Racing Show, powered by Buffalo Wild Wings.
This guy's band is kind of back together again. 5-time MOWA champion Jerrod Hull back in a race car.
Yeah, it feels good. You know, we got together here in the last week and a half. Scott called me and we decided we do Jacksonville, Kansas, two of my favorite tracks.
Been in a sprint car. We'll be right back on the CFF Racing Show, powered by Buffalo Wild Wings.
We come out here and have some fun. And, you know, I miss fans, the friends, families all getting together. You know, I miss that a lot. So I'm looking forward to a couple days of racing and see how it goes.
I know a lot of people have missed you too. What's it been like being on the outside?
On the CFF Racing Show,
Like I said, you know, we see everything on YouTube and Facebook, you know, fans, families. It really has been like big. I mean, it's been 3 years. It's been like racing together.
So you're a 5-time MOWA champion. What's it been like? Everybody here, Jerrod Hull. We got the last set of the sprint car hot laps going on behind him here. We'll let him quit real quick. Tonight this weekend.
We just want to have some fun, you know, and enjoy it. Yeah, it was one of the big problems, you know, even when I was there at the end, just wasn't having very much fun. It was getting, you know, we started off that last year I run, we started off great and we won 4 or 5 races in a row. And then I missed a race to go on vacation, and man, when I come back, we struggled from that point on. You know, I mean, we had some decent runs, but really struggled, and I was getting to the point where, you know, it wasn't having no fun at all. I was just really aggravated, and you know, that last night of racing, racing, I didn't tell nobody, or you know, but I knew that last night of racing I was done. I was going to, you know, retire. And so, you know, on Tuesday I put out the press release, and like I said, I never even told Nicole or anybody. You know, I just did it. I did it my way, and you know, and then it was over. And I knew probably there would be a time that I would come back and run a few races, but you know, like I said, it's gone by so quick. I can't believe it's already 3 years. But Jet's been playing travel ball and racing, and so and we got a lot of other stuff going on, and it's been busy, and like I said, I can't believe it's 3 years. It's amazing.
Well, you used to see a lot of racing stuff from Jet on Facebook, if you're friends with the better half and you on Facebook, Nicole and you, of course, but you see a lot of Jet fishing, Jet hunting, Jet doing all. Jet's a pretty big part of everything you guys do, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, if we're doing something, it's you know, it's usually we're together, all three of us. You know, so and I like it that way. That's the way it should be. But Jet's broke his back. His L5 has been broke this year, so there hadn't been any racing and hadn't been hardly any baseball. And so we go back to the doctor next week, and if he gets cleared, we're going to race next weekend with him. So he's itching and ready to get back in it, and I'm ready for him to get back in it too. So
well, you guys do the outlaw kart stuff still with him, or are you moving up? What are you doing now?
We got a micro, a 600cc micro. So yeah, we've been it's been sitting there. He hadn't got to race it, but it's driving him crazy. So it's time. We're going to get him in there and let him make some laps.
Does it help you? I mean, everybody expects at some point Jet is going to be in a sprint car. Does it help you? I know Adam Schmidt, his son Aiden, is growing up and they're running micros now, but Adam ran a 410 sprint car.
Yeah.
Does it help you to kind of stay in touch with this sprint car thing a little bit, with that in the back of your mind that probably someday Jet's going to want to do this too?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I pushed him as hard as I can, you know, to play baseball. I'm like, man, a lot cheaper, and you know, and we can see what goes. But yeah, he's got that racing bug in him, and he talks about racing a lot. And he's been wanting to race all this year and hadn't been able to do it. So yeah, he's ready for the micro, and we'll get him in that. And, you know, probably sooner or later he'll be in a sprint car, no doubt. And you know, it's good. I stay in, you know, contact with Scott, and so I got a good in there. You know, one of the best in the business, and so, you know, you never know. In a couple, 2 or 3 years, whatever, maybe he'll be in a sprint car. You know, you just don't never know.
What about you and him on the track at the same time in a sprint car?
Well, he thinks that'd just be great if I could get a micro and go racing with him. I said, there is no way.
Hey, you can always come run the Heart Series with him.
Exactly. There you go.
You know, we'd love to have you on the Heart Series anytime you want to come. Get you a car and come on along.
Absolutely. Well, when I started, my dad and I, we raced micros together, you know, and so he'd think that'd be really neat if we would do that. But I told him I don't have no friends out there. I'd crash him for a win. He didn't like that too much.
Well, he might do the same thing.
Probably so. That's probably more like it. So, but no, like I said, that probably will never happen. I'd be too nervous with him being out there, and then, like I said, you know, like we're probably going to run Farmington next week, and I don't want anything to do with me racing. I just want to concentrate on him and you know, see what goes.
All right. Well, good luck tonight. Hopefully the mag problem gets fixed and you guys are able to get going. I know hot laps didn't sound real great.
No, you know, it took off. It felt good first lap or two, and then started popping, and I don't know what they're going to change the you know, the coil and a couple other things, and hopefully we're starting in the back, so we ain't going to be able to do anything with no popping. So hopefully we'll get that fixed and be out there and pass some cars.
All right. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, welcome back to the CFF Racing Show, powered by Buffalo Wild Wings. That was Jerrod Hull, and I apologize as I continue to learn more stuff. I had the videos playing in the background to make sure they were working on the computer, and it was coming back across the audio. So that's what the double, triple feedback was. I believe, on all the videos you heard early. You'll be able to go back and listen to it uncopied and ungarbled up at the end of the night as I put the whole thing back online later. But the rest of the way, it'll be fine. Next up, we were able to catch up with Danny Smith from Chillicothe, Ohio. One of the best in the business, has won a sprint car race for at least one a year for like the last 40 years. He's already done a couple feature wins this year. He's here with Morgan Turpin, making her first 410 wing start. She's got a lot of 360 wins. Her first 410 wing start here with the MOWA Series tonight. This is what Danny had to say.
All right, here with Danny Smith, Chillicothe, Ohio. Danny, you ran a lot of MOWA races through the years. First couple years, you were the Sprint Week champion. Don't see as much with MOWA as we used to. You've been doing a lot of 360 stuff, USCS stuff. You got a special one with you tonight, though. Special young lady with you, I should say, tonight, running for her, her first 410 start.
Morgan's getting her feet wet with the 410. She's Terry put my spare motor in her car to get her feet wet, so just glad to help out. We could.
It's not.
Yeah, I live in Ohio now, and that's another 3.5 hours on the drive, and plenty of races there. There for a while, our hometown track was shut down, so we come over here quite a bit. But now with that extra distance to travel, it's a little hard to get here, and plenty of races in Ohio. So it also did in the springtime was rain, so we ended up running a lot of 360 stuff down south. Now that it quit raining, we're trying to stay closer to home.
Well, I think if I remember right, you put Sunshine in a wing car for one of his first wing starts too, with them in a MOWA race. You tend to, it seems like you try to give back quite a bit. Is that something you feel like at this point in your career you need to try to do?
Yeah, and Sunshine's dad helped me a lot when my shop burnt down, and of course I've known Terry forever, and I think a lot of Morgan with her driving abilities. So just trying to give back a little bit. There's been a lot of people who helped me over the years in one way or another, so just trying to give back a little bit and return some favors.
Well, you've had a pretty decent season, it seems like. You got another win, so you've continued that streak, and you've been pretty good. How long you see this thing keep going for you?
I don't know. We take it a week at a time and see what happens. You haven't been lucky enough to win a couple races this year, so as long as it's fun and I'm still healthy and still can fit in the seat, we'll keep doing it as long as we have some fun.
Well, you mentioned you don't get to come back this way as much as you used to, but you've got a lot of ties here. You like coming back to Central Illinois, don't you?
Yeah, we come back. Babes, Roland helps us a lot. We work out of his shop. He's a good guy, helps us quite a bit, so we'll probably be back. We're planning on the Hawkett race in a couple weekends, and might slide by here on the Wednesday on the way home and run the Outlaw race. So that's wait and see what happens.
Well, you still got the same car. You got a lot of help. If anybody follows you on Facebook, your better half is a huge help for everything you do, isn't she?
Yeah, unfortunately, she's working this weekend, and Nick gets to come. Her dad's been fighting some health issues. She's doing great now. She's been on top of that, so we haven't got to take her to racing much this year other than around home, and of course, like I said, in the spring it rained every weekend now, so I appreciate her help, all of our sponsors, get us up down the road.
What do you see for Morgan in the future? Do you think this is something she'll move up to 410? She's obviously had some success in the 360.
Yeah, she's won a lot of 360s races. She's got plenty of talent. It's unfortunate that her talent doesn't get seen unless maybe you're in a midget or something to do with USAC. But racing all over the country where she doesn't get a lot of exposure to corporate, I'd say. So sky's the limit for her. She's really good, really smooth, thinks good, races good. Hopefully something good will come along for her someday.
Well, on that line of talking, you've been around this business a long time. You've seen, there's always that one woman who moves up through the ranks. You've seen some of those girls race when they were girls and younger. Where does she rank in those that you've seen race?
She ranks right at the top of the list with all the ones that's raced and made it to the top. She's right there with them. Very smooth, very good, thinks good. So sky's the limit for her. Terry's been a pretty good teacher for her. He's been around a while, so.
All right.
I think she's right up at the top. She's beat my butt a few times, several times.
Well, you've got a few more laps around this joint than she does. has. What have you told her about Jacksonville?
Lately, it's been a lot different track than we say we come here in 08, 9, 10, kicked ass every night. But Butch had the track is always smooth and slick up the top. And the older I get, the more I like that. It's been a little more juiced up since Kitty's got the track. That's the same for everybody. And I just fill her in on the pointers and she'll figure it out on her own.
All right, sounds good. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, welcome back one more time to the CFF Racing Show. Good interview with Danny Smith, very candid about Morgan Turpin and what he thinks she can do in a race car, not only in sprint cars, but in maybe something else, NASCAR, IndyCar. Sarah Fisher went from sprint cars to IndyCar. A lot of the midget guys seem to be heading straight to NASCAR. Can Morgan Turpin maybe move up those ranks, find her way into an IndyCar ride? Never know. We'll see what can happen, but Danny Smith is obviously on her side, and she's got some great help along the way. As I said, we were able to talk to Jacob Patton right before he got into his car for hot laps. He actually had 8 minutes to get in. We took just a few of them to talk to him a little bit ago, and this is what Jacob had to say before tonight's racing action.
Chasing Chad Basefleet, I think this is his first time in a 410 car.
We're now with Jacob Patton, the defending MOWA Series champion, and won a race here at Jacksonville last weekend, but it wasn't in a sprint car.
Yeah, whenever we get a night off with sprint cars, I got a buddy of mine, Richard Gresson's been driving his car, and we decided that we're going to run a heart race here at Jacksonville.
Well, you got your first heart win and your first heart race. You don't get to run non-wing micro here very much, if ever. I don't know if you've ever ran a non-wing micro here. What was it like?
No, this is the first time I think anybody's ever ran a non-wing micro here, and yeah, it kind of reacted real similar to a midget, which I've ran here before, so it wasn't really anything new there, but a little bit smaller car.
How was it pretty fast for what the micros are used to for non-wing? And I know you've ran non-wing micro before, so.
Yeah, that was substantially faster than what most tracks would run with a non-wing micro. It took a little bit of adjusting to it, but like I said, it was pretty similar to a midget again.
So tonight you're here. Last I heard, 32 winged 410 cars tonight. You're getting ready to climb in for hot laps. A lot of cars makes the job at a little track a little more difficult.
Yeah, especially when you don't build all very good. We had an awful build draw. We've got a pretty stacked heat, so we're going to go out and get as many positions as we can and hope for the best.
You've been around this MOWA thing for a while now. You got Danny Smith here tonight. He brought Morgan Turpin with him, her first 410 start. This MOWA series has been pretty good for that type of getting your first start and getting your feet wet kind of thing, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Seems like we're always seeing somebody new or somebody coming from out of town. A couple weeks ago we had Chad Basefleet. I think this is his first time in a 410 car. So it seems like a good place to go and get some experience.
So what's your plan tonight then? Obviously you thought you're at the back of a pretty stacked heat. Get a spot or two if you can and just get into the feature, or pass 4 or 5 cars hopefully and get in that redraw obviously.
Well, ideally we'd like to pass a few cars, but you know, our our main choice is to just make the show for right now. So hopefully we get a few cars, maybe we make that top 6 lock in, but really just don't want everyone to be main.
All right, well, good luck tonight. I'll let you get climbed in.
All right, thank you.
Welcome back to the CFF Racing Show, powered by Buffalo Wild Wings. I just keep finding problems. I apologize for that. Put the video in the wrong spots. Of course, that was Jacob Patton, which I changed at the very end, not Travis Logue and Baiey Logue. You'll see that when the next screen pops up, it's going to say it's going to say Jacob Patton for just a split second. I will correct that. Heat racing action is on the racetrack for the MOWA sprint cars. Looks like Chris Urish having a little problems in his 77U as he stops at the top of turns 3 and 4, it would appear. So he's having a little problems in the 77U. Of course, Chris ran the Ted Horn 100, a former race winner in that race at DuQuoin last Sunday night. So he wasn't here non-wing with the non-wing show that was here for POWRi last weekend at Jacksonville Speedway. One last interview. This is actually going to be Baiey and Travis Logue, as they talked a little bit about the Heart Series and how they work together as a father-daughter racing tandem. Really popular to see fathers and sons race together. A little less popular to see fathers and daughters. It's a really cool little deal they've got going on. They have a lot of fun. It's a great family atmosphere for them. They do an awesome job, and they're great people. So if you want to take a chance to listen to what Baiey and Travis have to say, I'll fix the wording at the bottom as soon as we get going here. I apologize for that. But here is what Baiey and Travis Logue had to say before tonight's racing action.
Well, getting ready for hot laps now. Also, besides the wing cars, we've got winged micros. Baiey Logue is with us. Her dad, Travis, with us as well. Travis, the voice of Jacksonville Speedway for a long time. Baiey, you've got the wing back on this week. You had the wing off for the Heart Series last week. Did you have fun last week?
It was a blast. I loved the non-wing.
So, your dad's always sending out Snapchat videos of you slaving away on the race car. You're always washing it, cleaning it, keeping it clean. Obviously, he's instilled something in you about it being clean. How important is that for your guys' race program, you think?
Everything happens in the garage, so if something's broke, we can usually find it in the garage. Keeping it clean is always good.
It's nicer to find stuff when it's clean. Now, Dad shows you working. He doesn't show him working unless you break something. Does he do much outside of when you break something?
Well, depends. I mean,
I won't work on a dirty race car for a while. I don't even come in the garage until it's clean. So she knows that. So if she wants to race the following week, you drive it, you clean it. I'll fix it.
That's a big part of it. I mean, you guys have made a really good family thing out of this. Of course, you ran go-karts for a long time, moved up to micros. How much fun has it been for a father-daughter relationship? You see a lot of father-sons, father-daughters is common, but not as common. How much fun has it been for you to watch her do this?
Man, it's bittersweet, to be honest with you. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world. You know, a lot of girls go out there and want to tumble and dance. She did that stuff too, but man, just seeing her get in the garage getting dirty and greasy and not caring about grease under the fingernails, just giving her that work ethic, come out and just try and be better than what she was the week before. And we're getting, there have been a lot of growing pains, some frustration, I won't lie to nobody. It always is, any kid and a parent, you know, but we're getting there, finally getting a handle on this thing and starting to go forward. So it's paying off now.
Well, Baiey, how about you? What's it been like working with your dad?
I wouldn't trade it for the world. I don't know anything else. I don't know what I would do if he didn't go to about every race.
Now, I remember remember a story where Dad was sitting at work watching you race. Well, he wasn't actually getting to watch. He just, whenever he had a chance, he could get updates. What was it like those few times you've been at the racetrack without Dad?
I mean, honestly, it's been kind of quiet, but it's also...
I think she just called you a big mouth.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's also, it's sometimes, what's the word?
It's stressful for me when I'm at work, I can tell you that, man. I'm about ready to shoot when I'm at work and she's racing. Butterflies going 1,000 miles. I'm always afraid something's going to happen. I'm not here for it, you know. And I don't want to see her get hurt. Man, that's always in the back of your head as a parent, you know. But we have a lot of fun with it. Like I said, ain't nobody perfect. This team is far from that. But we just keep digging and keep going forward. That's all we can do.
Well, I want to point out, I want to step back so you can see all of Baiey. The car's clean, but the driver's suit's clean too. It's pink and it's white. How hard is it to keep that thing clean every week when you come to the racetrack?
Well, believe it or not, this is like the 3rd time I've wore it. So, I mean, it's not that dirty.
No, it's not. It's pretty clean. I was
It's washed every week.
Yeah. Usually gets washed about once or twice each time.
So you take as good a care of your suit as you do the race car. Is that what you're saying?
That's her responsibility. You take care of your gear, you wash the car, I'll take care of the rest.
So all the motors that have blown through the years, is that your fault or Dad's fault then?
Or blame it on him.
That's a good answer. I like the way she
I'll
thinks.
take that as long as she puts the foot to the floor. I'm good with that.
All right, good luck tonight, Baiey.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
All right, welcome back. That was Travis Logue and Baiey Logue. Good interview with those two. A lot of fun. I don't know if you don't know Travis, you should get to know him. Great guy, a lot of fun. And Baiey is right along the same path, so it's going to be a lot of fun watching her advance through the ranks of the 600cc micro division. So that's going to do it for our interviews for the pre-race show. It didn't end up being a pre-race show. The final heat race for the Built Ford Tough MOWA Sprint Car Series, delivered by Morrow Brothers Ford, is on the racetrack right now. Do want to tell you that Joe B. Miller picked up a heat race win while he was out there tonight. So thanks for joining us. Sorry about the issues. Maybe now I've got them all figured out. We can take care of that and not have the problems. We'll post the entire show up in its entirety. Again, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank Priscilla Taylor for pointing out a few mistakes I was making. Now I've figured out a couple more that I was making. All that helpful in getting through. I want to thank Jacksonville Speedway. This is the Jacksonville Speedway Hall of Fame. You can see some of the pictures behind me. Come check that out. And Wayne Stearns has done a great job with the Jacksonville Speedway Hall of Fame. Again, congratulations, Jason Berg, on a couple feature wins this year in his new Hyper. I want to thank him for all he did for me the last year and a half or so when I was at Baiey Chassis. So for everybody here at Jacksonville Speedway, I'm Dwayne Hewlett for the CFF Racing Show, powered by Buffalo Wild Wings. Make sure you follow us at TriStateSpeedReview.com. You can also find us on Facebook, the CFF Racing Show, or subscribe to our YouTube channel, the CFF Racing Show. We'd love to have you as a subscriber, get things going here. We'll be back next Wednesday night. We may be back later tonight with a post-race show if I can snag an interview or two. We'll kind of keep you updated on Facebook on when and if that might happen. But thanks for joining us on the pre-race show for the Herb Barlow Memorial here at Jacksonville Speedway. Until next time, see ya.